Lumpia, what is it? It's basically you'll understand later in the video.
I ain't been up on the block in a minute. Oh my god, boy, that boy on top. Sipping water.
The agricultural hearth of spring rolls is located in China. It is said that the pastry appeared way back in Eastern Jin Dynasty, when people would make thin cakes with flour and eat them with vegetables on the beginning of spring. Filipino spring rolls, which is now referred to as lumpia, originated from the dish being traveled to the Philippines from 9th century Chinese traders. Its name originated in southeastern China. Lun meaning wet, moist, or soft, and pia means cake or pastry. They have been thoroughly nativized to Philippine cuisine and are found throughout the islands. They use various fillings inspired by local ingredients and dishes and later cuisines of Spain, China, and the United States. The country of origin, China, is still considered a developing country. Despite being a developing country though, China hosts the world's second largest economy. The World Bank also classifies the Philippines as a developing country. Lumpia is a quick and easy food item that is popularly eaten as an appetizer regardless of the socio-economic status of each group. People gravitate towards the savory snack, enjoying the happiness it gives them before the main dishes are served. It creates that initial excitement that the celebration has started.
First, you will need spring roll wrappers. We wanted to use all 50 provided in the pack we bought, so we measured the following ingredients in order to make enough lumpia filling. Next, we have ground beef, garlic, spring onions, carrots, salt, black pepper, sesame oil, cornstarch, sweet chili sauce, and cooking oil.
You will also need 2 eggs for the egg wash and to bind the lumpia filling. Before we slice and cut our vegetables, we need to make sure to wash them in water. Once the vegetables are nice and clean, they are ready to be chopped up. We decided to use 2 carrots to provide a good addition of additional texture and sweetness to the savory dish. We started off by cutting the carrots into strips and gathered them together in order to mince the carrots into smaller mini bits. Carrots are one of the most important vegetables commonly grown in the Philippine highlands. It is popular not only for its abundance, but also for its accessibility and price. It is a great nutrient-dense addition for a spring roll. But if you're too lazy to mince your carrots, you can throw them into a blender like we did here. Using beef alone is okay, but it will be too beefy and will taste oily. You will need spring onions and garlic to cut the taste at the same time, complementing the beef. Here we are slicing 4 stalks of spring onions to add in our lumpia filling. Onions are one of the most important vegetable crops in the Philippines. Metro Manila is the largest single market for onions in the Philippines, primarily due to its growing population. Lastly, we minced 4 cloves of garlic to achieve a strong flavor that spreads throughout the dish. Luwag City is the Philippines' garlic capital, with the province being the top producer of what the locals call white gold. Now let's add all the ingredients to a bowl. First, we are adding the ground beef. It is up to your own personal preference as to what meat you use for your lumpia roll. The Philippines is one of the largest consumers of pork in the world, and accounts for 60% of all domestic meat consumption. As for beef, almost all cattle operations take place in Luzon, Philippines. In 2021, the total number of cattle and livestock farming in the Philippines amounted to approximately 2.61 million. For our recipe, we decided to use beef. Next, we add the sesame oil to add more moisture in the filling. Now we are adding salt and pepper for seasoning. To lock in the moisture, we added 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. To add further moisture, we added 2 tablespoons of water. Finally, we added 1 egg to bind all the ingredients together. Latest data from the Philippine Statistics Authority showed that the country's total chicken egg production from April to June 2021 was estimated at 167,930 metric tons. Now let's mix all the ingredients we added to the bowl. Using our hands, we mixed the filling as much as we could until it is a very soft consistency. Now we are preparing the egg wash. Using just the egg yolk, we whisk the egg into a bowl so that we can use this to tightly close the lumpia wrapper once we add the filling. Now it's time for the fun part, wrapping our lumpia. In the center of the spring roll wrap, add the lumpia filling using a heaping tablespoon. Then, fold one side vertically to the center. Then from the bottom, fold it slightly up. Now we fold the other side like we did previously. Before rolling the wrap, add egg wash to the end of the wrapper, then tightly fold. Lumpia is also popular in Indonesia and even migrated via Dutch colonialism to the Netherlands. Lumpia has such an enduring popularity that one can see at least one variant in almost any set of Filipino or Indonesian festivities. Despite its Chinese origin, in the United States, lumpia is associated with Filipino cuisine, while in Europe, especially in the Netherlands, it is associated with Indonesian cuisine, owed to their shared colonial links. The distinct taste and ease of preparation have caused the lumpia to be one of the staple food products on the menus of many Filipino restaurants in the United States, Canada, and around the world. For the best results, put the lumpia in the freezer for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Now it's time to deep fry our lumpia. Here we are pouring enough cooking oil into a pot in order to fry the amount of lumpia we wish to fry. Set the temperature to high to get the oil to start heating. You know the oil is ready to use once it starts bubbling. Now add the lumpia rolls. You don't need to add all the lumpia rolls you made. You can fry the rest you made for later by putting it in a Ziploc bag and placing it in the freezer for future use. Change the temperature to medium and keep the lumpia frying until it is a golden brown.
Wait, no, that's not.
Sweet chili sauce is a very popular sauce in the Philippines, especially for lumpia. The origin of sweet chili sauce can be traced back to Thailand.
Why do you look so suspicious?